आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello friends, welcome. The question states, if a plus 2 is equals to 6 and b plus 3 is equals to 21, what is the value of b upon a? So this is a relatively easier question, and our objective for this particular question is to be solving this question quickly. Now, since this question involves two equations, that is a plus 2 equals 6 and b plus 3 equals 21, we are going to solve them individually to obtain the values of a and b. And then we are going to find out the value of b upon a. So first we are going to solve for the value of a. So we have a plus 2 is equals to 6, right? Now in order to obtain the value of a, we are going to subtract 2 from both the sides. So in order to get rid of this 2 over here, so we are going to subtract 2 from both the sides. So it becomes a plus 2 minus 2 is equals to 6 minus 2, right? So we can say that a is equals to 4, right? So we have obtained the value of a. Now similarly we are going to solve for the value of b. So we have b plus 3 is equals to 21, right? And then when we subtract 3 from both the sides, we get b plus 3 minus 3 is equals to 21 minus 3. So this is nothing but b is equals to this 3 and this 3 gets cancelled out, and 21 minus 3 is nothing but 18. So we can say b is equals to 18. Now the question says, what is the value of b upon a, right? So we have b upon a, which is equals to the value of b which we have obtained as 18 upon value of a which we have obtained as 4. But remember guys, this is not the final answer to this particular question. So we cannot leave this particular question in this form because there is a common factor between them. And whenever we are representing a fraction, it must be in the simplest form. So if we leave the question at this value, which is 18 by 4, it is not actually correct. We need to get it to the simplest form. In order to get to the simplest form, we need to cancel out the common factors between the numerator and the denominator. So as we proceed after some time, when we get good with the topic, we can do it directly. So herein we can see that the common factor is directly 2. But when we cannot see that or we cannot ascertain, we need to factorize the number, and then we have to find out what the common factor can be. So let us look at how can we factorize the numbers. So if we have 18 for example, right? Now we know the prime numbers, which are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and so on, right? So we are going to check this number with each of these prime numbers and see if it can be divided by that number or not. And if it can be divided, we are going to proceed on with the next number, which is called as prime factorization. So this is the simplest way by which we can actually simplify any particular fraction. So if we proceed with the prime factorization, we can see that 18 is divisible by 2 because it is even. So we divide it by 2. What remains is 9. Now 9 is odd, it is not divisible by 2. So we divide it by 3. And what we obtain is simply 3. Now 3 is divisible by 3, so it becomes 3, and what remains is 1. And once we obtain 1, we actually stop. Now I can say that 18 is equals to 2 into 3 into 3. Alright, so we take all the numbers on this side that we have obtained. So 18 is equals to 2 into 3 into 3. So we have actually factorized or prime factorized 18. Now we are checking for 4. So 4 is relatively very easy. We are going to divide it by 2 and we obtain simply 2 over here. Then we again divide by 2 and what we obtain is 1. So we can say 4 is equals to 2 into 2, right? Now for 18 and 4, it could have been done by mouth also. That is very easily because these are small numbers. But when we have to do it for large numbers, we need to solve it in this particular way. Hence it is very important to know this particular method. So, and we had to find b upon a. So 18 by 4 was easier, but if the numbers become large, then we definitely have to follow this particular method. So we have for 18 we have obtained 2 into 3 into 3 upon, for 4 we have obtained 2 into 2. Now we can see very easily that this 2 and this 2 cancel out, and what simply remains is 3 into 3 upon 2, which is equals to 9 by 2, and which is our particular answer for this question, right? Now, had these numbers been very large, we would have definitely proceeded with this particular method. But since these numbers are small, we can actually do it by mouth also, and we can obtain the answer. So we need to keep in check this method. We need to know how it actually works for the questions which involve larger numerical values. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।